Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video. So let's just jump straight in here with a big reminder for tomorrow, because this comic, Avatar The Last Airbender Ashes of the Academy, is out tomorrow. March 25th and also the 26th is the release date for this book. The 6th Avatar one-shot comic, the end of the second one-shot comic trilogy. Pretty big release, of course, because this also kind of gets us through all of the already kind of announced books. And now we're just, after tomorrow, we're just awaiting new book announcements. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be the digital release date of the book, as well as its release date in most bookstores. And then on the 26th, Wednesday, that will be the comic book store release date, because comics always come out on Wednesday in comic stores. So exciting stuff. I will have my full spoiler review for this book up at midnight my time, which actually by the time this video goes live will probably only be like 8 hours from now. Because obviously that's when the book will be just fully available for me. I can just grab it immediately on like Kindle if I wanted to, digitally. My physical copy I'll probably be getting on Wednesday from my comic book store, but that's that. So just a big reminder, just in case in the middle of all the Mako comic, focus, you've maybe forgotten that it's being followed up really quickly, like 2 weeks later, with Ashes of the Academy. So yes, new comic out this week. So yeah, I'll have my spoiler review out hopefully this weekend. Myself and Greg will be able to do a podcast review of this. That's always the one I really like doing, kind of going through it page by page. And then not this weekend, but next weekend, I'll do a live stream discussing the book in a lot of detail, like I did just a little bit ago with the Mako comic. So that's that. Next, a quick update on the Avatar Legends role-playing game, Voyage of the Unity adventure set. So this is obviously the one that's happening through Beetle and Grimm. That's going to be a Kickstarter rather than just a normal release from Magpie. Magpie, I guess, are still involved, but what the update is, it's just another kind of picture update. They're kind of, I think, teasing some of the material that you're going to get in the premium edition adventure set. So we've already been teased like bending scrolls. Now you can see there is a map here. So of course showing the Fire Nation, and there's a bunch of ships here. It's not an annotated map. We'll see how that goes, because I do think people would really like a nicely detailed map that actually just has all the place names listed. That would be a really nice detailed thing to have. Otherwise, they still just maintain that it is coming soon, which I think is becoming very frustrating with this project, in that they've been saying this since like January when the Kickstarter preview page went up. So it's been coming soon for the last like 2 months. How much longer do we have to wait to get even a sense for when it's actually coming out? I'm assuming now that the teases are beginning to ramp up, it's not going to be too far away. I just think it's better that you tell people when it's coming sooner rather than later, ultimately. But yep, this is like I said before, a lot of this is going to depend on, okay, how expensive is it? There's going to be a premium edition, of course, with all the extra stuff, but there will be a normal edition that will, I guess, be more normally priced. How expensive is the extra stuff? That's going to be the big telling point in this. And also how much they sell you on the story as well, because it's a little bit more of a niche, I think, item here, because it's a full-on Roku era thing, full-on Roku RPG era thing, and it might not have some of the new character kind of stuff that some of the other books have. So, it'll be interesting to see how well this one actually does when it comes out. So next, the calendar for this year, which we've known about for a while, of course, is a Netflix calendar. This is the Abrams kind of collector's edition calendar that we get. This year's one is just they're doing Netflix Avatar. So you can see here we finally have visuals for this. So you can see here's the cover of the calendar. It's mostly just all kind of pretty stock imagery that we've seen before. This one especially was like one of the first images that we official images of the show that we actually got released for January. You can see Sokka and Suki here for February. Of course, June for June, which is kind of funny. Here's the poster that you get, which is kind of nice, but again, it is just one of the standard promo images for the show. And the back cover shows you everything that you get. So you can see here they have Blue Spirit, they have the Cabbage Merchant, Jet, Zuko and Iroh, Roku, Boomy. If you want Netflix Avatar merch, this is one of the few like official kind of pieces of merch that's actually out there for this thing. So work away. But I do think that this calendar release each year has gotten pretty boring over the last few years. They moved away from the kind of new art stuff that we were getting from like the Kyoshi and Yang Chen cover artist. That's been a little bit frustrating because like obviously we had a slight tease that we were maybe going to get one that was like new art completely from the stuff that we'd like seen before, and that didn't end up happening. And they have since then gone for more just promo kind of stock imagery for all their stuff, which is a bit kind of, I think, annoying overall. But it's here, it's out August 19th, so a few months away. It is for a calendar for next year, but you know, not super exciting there. And then just a teaser of what's also ahead. The next time that we expect Avatar Studios news, as I've been talking about for a while now, is CinemaCon 2025. It's coming up basically next week. Not this week, but next week. So Paramount, who are obviously behind the Avatar movie, the Aang movie, are up on the 3rd of April. So that's next Thursday, I believe. And they're going to have their panel where they show off their presentation to highlight its upcoming slate. And the idea, obviously, is that Avatar is part of that upcoming slate. It should be present at this event because it's been there for the last 2 years at this event, even though they haven't had that much news to show. This is the event just prior to its release. The last time it'll basically be showing up at an event like this. So there's just the expectation there that, yeah, they have to kind of deliver here. If not now, then when, to a certain degree. I'll have a separate video probably this Thursday, a week before, just going over information in a little bit more detail. Again, we don't expect this to be a news blowout or anything like that, but we at least expect to hear something coming out of this. This is a behind closed doors event, as you can see here. No one's allowed to record it, audio or video here, but they are allowed to kind of text report on it. We'll get a description coming out of this, and that description might have certain new information that we didn't know before, and maybe Paramount will use this as an opportunity to put out some official information as well. But again, don't go in expecting a trailer. Expect some of the early basic information that we don't have, like official title, maybe more of the actors might get revealed. And, you know, if we're lucky, maybe a logo and a first image poster. That's my general expectations, but I'll talk about this more in depth on Thursday, of course. But that's just the quick update that we have here at the start of the week. Mostly putting this one here just to get a video out before the release of this book, just to remind people that Ashes of the Academy is out tomorrow and Wednesday this week. Go out there, get the book, support it, and it's a really good book. My non-spoiler review is already out as of like December. So check that out if you want a bit of an update on the book ahead of time. Otherwise, you know, like I said, I'll have my spoiler review out later on and other coverage coming over the next 2 weeks as well. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are on Ashes of the Academy out tomorrow. Another update on the Voyage of the Unity Kickstarter and the Netflix Avatar calendar finally being kind of properly revealed, and CinemaCon only 10 days away basically. So finally building up to a little bit more news, hopefully. But let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.